recognize that when people come in, not everybody wants psychotherapy. That time limited practice is another term for sometimes people are dealing with very immediate structural or environmental needs. And we really do them a disservice if we try to reframe your real issue as you're depressed rather than you're being evicted. There may be depression connected with it, but that's not necessarily the central problem. So sort of stick with. In the research I did in my dissertation, I found in my own work and my students' work in Chicago that these clients in the child welfare system, they had a lot of crises. That in a 12-week contract, the norm was that families had at least 2 crises that were of such magnitude that it stopped everything else they were doing. What we also learned out of that was they were pretty resilient. Was that while it threw them for a loop, if you could stick with them and figure out what to do to get through the eviction, just because you were at your wit's end and not the greatest model of problem solving when you've been evicted, doesn't mean if that problem is resolved, you can't go back to something else. So we learned from that the key person to keep from panicking was the worker. And to recognize that the clients had a lot more experience with crises than the workers did. And the clients had some experience of them being time limited, that they were terrible and awful. But if you got through them, they could return. So it was a bigger issue that the worker